there's so much they don't tell you about being locked in and being in that state to where you're just in the zone. You're focused on your goals, on your habits, and just becoming the best version of yourself. You're putting everything aside. There's so much they don't tell you. They tell you the end results. They sell you the end results. They say, yeah, you're gonna get all these improvements. Like your physique's gonna be in the best shape. Your mental health is gonna be, you're gonna be at peak levels of learning and wisdom. Your business is gonna grow. Your social media is gonna grow. All these different things, they're gonna grow and be successful. And it's true. Like it's literally all true. Like this is what's happening right now. For me, I'm doing online community college at the current moment, and I'm doing well in school. All my classes literally have A's. Like even my philosophy class, and I hate philosophy. And I'm doing absolutely amazing in it. I'm doing amazing on my classes. I'm being consistent with this YouTube thing, and I'm getting the best results on this bulk that I'm on until March that I've ever had in my life. Like I'm growing the most I ever have, and it's like all these different improvements. It's amazing, but like you also feel like lonely in a sense a lot of time because when you're in this like lock-in season, they don't talk about how you have to be so isolated from a lot of people because realistically, most people, we don't have people that are aligned with the same goals that we have, or not even just aligned with the same goals, but like people like my age, like college students and young adults, like people aren't focused on actual purposeful things. Everything is just seeking pleasure, seeking drinking, just seeking having sex with girls, just seeking to going to all these parties and wasting all this time because they think your 20s are your period of time where you're just supposed to have fun and go crazy, and that's what it's supposed to be. But like to me, my 20s, it's just like this is my period of time where I can still be, I'm not 20, but I'm turning 18 on October 31st in a few days. I don't know what day that is this week, but yeah, and it's like I want to take advantage of the time that I don't have to pay any bills. I don't have to pay a house bill or property tax and any of that, and really grow my business and really become the man that I want to be. Become the man that would be the husband to the wife that I want to marry. Be the man that's the father to the kids I want to have. Be continue to grow the man. To be the like continue just to be a better older sibling and a leader, and not just people outside and people that watch me on YouTube and people that with friends and all that. Even like just leading within my own siblings, being a leader within my family, become the first to do something like this, become the first in my area. Like I don't like it's just like I'm so focused on that. There's like all these other things are just meaningless. Like it just doesn't have like people like drinking and doing drugs and all these different things. And like I live in a like the area that like with my at least my school and all that, it's like a pretty affluent area. There are kids that do like coke and things like that, which is crazy. And they have like all this money to like access to all these problems. And it's just like I've never been tempted by like any of that, like none of it, like not vaping or like drugs or any, like to me it's just like purpose is too great in life to really live a life of pleasure. And I don't know if that's like, I guess like always perfect in a way, because like it's really great. Like I've always been like that. I just like when I want something so bad, I do whatever it takes to get it, as long as it doesn't break my morals and it doesn't go against what the word of God says. Like I'm just like that person. I'm just like that person. I've been like that for like just since I've been little. And it's that's like a great quality, and I'm very proud to have that. But also it's just sometimes it's like I wonder, like it's just a bit difficult because like I know it's not difficult, but like I just push everything to the side. Like nothing else matters except these goals, except this purpose on like helping others and truly providing value and becoming the change that I want to see. Become the person that like that I wish I had when I was younger. When I had depression, I want to be that person that like I could have saw a video and I could have felt like I wasn't alone in this. Like I wasn't the only one, with like parents going through divorce, and I felt like we were literally losing everything. Like we didn't even know where we were gonna live at a point, and like all this like just crap. But like God saved it. Like Jesus really saved us from it all, and I'm so grateful for that. But not but like I'm so grateful for that, and I just like it's just like I remember all that because it's literally only a few years ago, like my freshman year of high school. It was bad enough with, I don't know if I can say the word on it, but the pandemic, with that particular like, virus. And it was the darkest moment of my life, for that year in 2021. And I just want to be that person to where I can be a light to someone. I can be a light to someone's life. I can be the change, create the products, create the systems, create the community that I knew that I wanted. I want to be that person where, you don't feel alone in this generation. Because right now I feel alone. Like all the friends that I grew up with, like in high school, it's just like I hear stories, like, I'm on the phone with them, and like not every single one, but like majority, like a good, like I would say 90%, it's just like just drinking and like just going partying, and it's just like to me that life doesn't isn't interesting because it doesn't push me towards my goals. It doesn't push me to anything greater than myself. It's like when you drink, when you smoke, when you do drugs, when you do all these different things, it's like it's so meaningless. It does nothing for you or for anyone else. It's just seeking. It's like the most so. I personally think that wasting your life away, especially when you're young, is one of the most selfish things you can do. It truly is. If you're not bettering yourself, then you're dragging. And if you're not bettering yourself, then you're staying stagnant. And especially if you're doing all these other things, then you're dragging yourself down, and you're dragging other people around you down as well. You're causing other people to walk into sin. You're causing problems. Like I was literally like my friend. A lot of my friends go to UT. I live in Texas, and my friend like he literally sent me a post. Like there's someone like so drunk they like crashed into like this structure. Like like the car's literally all the way up here, and like you can imagine. And there's like like a little well, not a little. It's like one of those concrete like signs that says like University of Texas or whatever. And it's a good like I would say around like maybe like 4 feet, 4 feet. And a person literally drove up in their car's like all the way, like the front end is all the way up in the air. And it's like, how drunk did you have to be? How wasted did you have to be? Like you really have to live a life where you can only drink to get away from all your problems. You can't deal with any of yourself. You want to like just like it's just sad to see. Like I remember one night, like I couldn't even sleep. I was awake until like 5, and I was like I literally wanted to cry because I just felt like such a sadness for just hearing how like all these people I knew, and these aren't bad kids either. These are kids that are top 10%. And I'm not gonna dox myself by saying what high school I went to, but like a really top one of the top high schools in Texas, one of the top high schools in the nation. We do well in athletics and in academics, and like to hear people that I know living a completely different life now, or like they're doing all right in college, but everything outside of like the grades and stuff, it's just like is that what you would have been doing if you didn't have your parents with you? Well, answer is yeah, that's what they would have been doing. It's like more disappointing and sad than anything. Like I feel like I can almost feel like what a disappointed parent feels like in a way, I guess. Because I'm just like, really? Like you had such a bright future, and maybe you might go into, and not even maybe, they'll probably go into get great jobs. But they're gonna be people with great jobs. They're just living horrible lives. You can make a bunch of money, but you can still have a bunch of problems. Like look at people like Robert Downey Jr. Like he was top actor, and he had problem with drugs, and literally ruined a lot of his life. And thankfully he was able to get out of that, and he got his job with Iron Man and all that. But his life could have been very much messed up permanently. Very few people get a chance like that. Very few people get a second chance like that. Like there's so many people, and it's like they take their own lives. It's like you can even see with Zayn, like, the guy from One Direction. Like you say, oh, like he fell off the balcony, but when they're doing the autopsy and they found like coke and like pink coke, wait, I didn't even know that was a thing, and all these different drugs in his body. Like you can be successful, but you can still be broken on the inside. You can be successful from the outside, whatever that means to you. I don't even want to call it success. It's not success. It's like you just have money and fame. But what's money and fame if you have no one close to you to celebrate it with? You have no mission. You have no purpose to bring others up. You have nothing to lift yourself up with. You don't have a group. You don't have any purpose, any intention behind your life. Like every single day when you wake up, you don't have a reason because you just have an access to all this stuff. So you're just like, well, there's no point. So then it's just like they're bored and just turn to drugs and all these other things. And that's the same thing with college kids. I'm just like, like, I would have no purpose to going to college. Like, being honest, going to in-person college, that would just be a waste of my time, especially with what I want to do and what I am going to do, not just what I want to do. I am going to do, just working in social media marketing. I want to help other companies with their stuff. But then alongside the goals to, just build my own brand and then on my other channel, because this is my little secret channel, I guess, and fully raise that and, just live purposefully with that. And it's just sad. It's sad to see all these people living lives like this. Living lives without purpose or meaning, Like, do you ever just think, like, why would I want to just do things just to do it? Why would I want to live through the motions? Like, people complain about living a 9 to 5, and they complain about how, like, trapped they feel and how that's, like, basically like a cage. But people are very much living a 9 to 5 as well. And because they're caged in their own thing of, like, even though they might be an entrepreneur or a business person, they're caged by their pleasures. They're caged by their desires. They have no self-control. In the Bible it says, the weakest man is the man who has no control over himself. And I completely agree with that. Like imagine living a life where you have no control. You have no control over anything you do. You have no control over your actions. Because you're just so driven by fleshly desires, things that just have no meaning. And when you don't have a purpose, when you don't have anything to go off of, you have nothing to fight against that. You're just gonna live a life like you're not gonna have any meaning. You're not gonna feel like there's anything that's gonna contend with that. And I don't ever want to live a life like that. It's just like another thing I'm thinking about. We're just like, I don't want to say like a lot. I don't know why. I don't even say like commonly in my language. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but when I get married, and hopefully I would want that to happen within, I don't know, whenever God has in store, because I don't even want to say. But I would hope to have my own, like, start my own family. Have kids like by 30, or like have my first kid at least by 30. And it's just thinking about when I eventually get married and all that. And it's crazy to see how the world is with, you see these like pop the balloon videos, like Instagram Reels, or TikTok or YouTube Shorts, or whatever you like to watch your little short form content on, and see pop these balloons. And it's like you see these people and you're like, are people really this shallow now? And like I can say, yeah, it's true, because I can hear people that, like, when I was in high school, I could hear them talking about all these different things. I can hear them like they were really open about it too. People, like, it's like a woman, like a lot of them, they only want men for money. And it's just like, why do you only want a man for money if you're not even married? Like, you shouldn't have marriage responsibilities if you don't have a ring. Like, don't act like you're within a marriage if you're not in that covenant of marriage. Like, you should, when you're like in the process of dating, no one should be paying for all this stuff. Like that's not how it should work. Because if one person is paying for all of this before the marriage, then I'm sorry, you're setting yourself up wrong. And then it's like there are guys that on the opposite end, they just want girls for sex. Like they don't want anything more. They just see their bodies as something that can gratify them and be used as objects and tools. And it's like you see all this shallowness, like you see like genuine good, like you see like a genuine good person, and everyone like pop their balloon, and you're just like, what? Really? And it feels like you have no hope. Or like you see the street interviews, and it's like people they're like talking about having body counts of like 50, and it's like really you're like 20, not even like 20, like just the fact you have like body counts that, and people are proud of it too. And you see like all these different issues, and then I gotta be honest, like it's not like I worry that that there isn't that a woman of God out there that's actually living purposefully and all that. It's just I don't know. It's just sometimes it's just really disappointing. Like more than anything, I feel like I'm just a lot more disappointed in life right now. I guess social media and the internet's kind of just really allowed us as humans to be able to see more on a wider spectrum, to see not just on a micro of where we live, or whether you live in Texas or Minnesota, you might live in Canada or UK, and you see like a little glimpse of the people that live in not just your country but within your city or your town. And then your economic status and all these different things can influence that. But then it's like now with social media we can see people of all different races, countries, economic levels, like different beliefs and all these different things. And we're just able to see on a macro perspective. And I can see like a lot of America, the young people are literally broken because they're trying to find themselves in all these different things. Everyone wants to talk about like a bunch of new age crap. Like they want to be like, oh, manifest this and manifest that. But like they're just saying like it's like the most selfish thing too. Like they just want to attract things for themselves, but they don't have anything that they're trying to put out in value. They're not trying to give to others, and it's just so disappointing. Like I just look and I'm like, is this really what the dating scene is? Like I'm in no situation, or I guess not, I don't want to say situation, that's not the right word, but like I'm not in a place where like I'd be dating. Yeah, at least not that I was see, not that God has for me. I'm too focused on what I have to do. And if I was in a relationship, that would honestly, it feel like I'm being divided. Like my time isn't gonna be, I know your time can never be fully on one thing, but it's like it wouldn't, like I'm either be like being really distracted by one thing or really distracted by the other. And it's like one is gonna end up feeling like a burden, like whether that be work and all the stuff I want to do with my business and social media and all that, that'd end up feeling like a burden for my relationship, or the relationship would feel like a burden for all the things I'm trying to do. So it's like I'm not in any rush with that, but it's just like looking, because like you see people that are married. Like one person I like look up to on like social media, Alec Brokens and Emmy Moore. Both of them they just got engaged. I just heard, and I saw the Instagram post. And I'm like, that is so amazing to see all of that. Like that is truly amazing, and God would bless them with that. And I pray for them for the best. And then it's just like sometimes it's just hard to see like how many more people are there out there, you know? But I'm not really worried because I know God has, the right woman of God out there. She's out there. But it's just tough sometimes, like sometimes I feel lonely. And not in the sense like lonely in that I want a relationship, but like lonely in the sense that there's so few people my age that truly want to do things that I want to do, work with social media, are so focused on these goals and focused on purpose and just exponentially moving forward. There's so few people interested in that, like that are my age. It's like all these people, I feel like I resonate more with like 40-year-old men than a lot of people my own age in certain things. Like, and it's sad because I've always been like that. I've always been a lot more mature for my age, and like people, even my own friends are just like, like say people say things like you have an old soul or whatever. Like like you're always trying to like. I'm just in that state where I've always been in a state in my life where I think about the future. I want a more purposeful future. I don't want to live a repeat life. I don't want to live a repeat life with the same mistakes that my parents made, that my grandparents made, generations before that did. I don't even know. I don't want to live the same life that everyone else is living. I want to live a life purposeful and meaningful and according to what God has in store and building up His kingdom and all these different things. But sometimes it's hard. It's like it's hard finding people that don't compromise their values. People that even like people that are like successful in business and all that, and they actually view women of value, and they view people of value. They treat others nicely. It's just like, I don't know. It's like every single time I feel like I'm finding one person that's good at one thing, it's like they're like really like they're really lacking in the other. And I don't expect people to be perfect, but there's certain things where it's just morals. Like people don't have a moral compass at all, which I'm finding, and it's hard. So it's just like that's why I'm in a period of isolation, and just because like they say, you're your five closest people summed up, and it's just like if I'm not around a bunch of people, if I'm more on YouTube and all that than anything. So if I'm just influencing my mind with all these people that are successful and doing these right habits and being where I want to be in life, then that's who I'm gonna be. But it's sad to say that it's through social media, not through actually connecting with people. So it's just that's what I want to do. I just want to connect with more people. I don't want to feel like always lonely. But I understand there's a price to pay for being locked in, for focusing. When there's something greater than you just have to. Everything just crumbles to the side. And I know it's for a period of time, but sometimes I just not sometimes a lot of time I wish it end sooner than later. You know? But I'm fine with growing slowly, and I know good things, all good things take time. This is going to be my 45th video on this channel, and it's amazing. Sometimes I look like, and I'm just like, I wonder, like, other people posting the same type of videos that I do. I might have like slightly better titles, or like I find like I provide more value directly. Excluding this one. This one I'm just kind of ranting, but yeah, I like provide a lot of value, and then I see like other people, they post like the same thing, like no, like I don't edit thumbnails or anything on this channel. I just post, and they might not provide as high level value, but then it's like they have thousands of views and all that. But at the same time, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with just being me. Me being me. When this channel decides to really grow, like, well, I guess like blow up, then it will. But even if it doesn't, at least I can help the 107 people that subscribed on here. And if I can do that, then that's amazing. And I'm truly proud that I was gifted and given that ability to do that. It's just difficult sometimes. I don't want to be a person that makes it seem like everything's perfect. Like life is just easy. Like staying locked in is fun all the time, and it's just amazing thing. Like a lot of time, I feel great. Like I feel great that I'm moving towards my goals. And I'm moving and becoming the person I want to become. But other times it's just hard and it just sucks. But that's the beauty of it, That's the beauty of it, because like if everyone was able to do that, if everyone had that persistence, if everyone had that passion, if everyone was going to partition themselves like that, then a lot more people would do that. But a lot of people aren't willing to do that. A lot of people, they don't have what it takes. They choose, not even that they don't have what it takes. They have what it takes. They just choose to live a different life. And I'm not going to hate on anyone for it. It's their life at the end of the day. But I just have things to do and places to be, people to help. I have change to make. I have something much bigger than myself. And I just hope, people, you guys watching this, I hope it's a lot of my subscribers, just watching this, and even random people, I Hope maybe you connect, you resonate with this. One thing, I'm trying to grow my newsletter. If you watch a video this far, then it'd be great if you could subscribe to my newsletter. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I would just recommend, if you want to read more about the things I post, get to know me better, but then also join the community, because I have comments enabled on that newsletter. And it's like kind of like a closed off community. Like, not just anyone can go and read all the way to the bottom. Like, you have to subscribe to it. But when you subscribe, it's completely free. Completely free. Newsletter is completely free, and it'll always be free. But then you also get a free Notion template habit tracker, which I actually use daily. I feel like that provides a lot of value. You can also follow me on Instagram and just check out there. I feel like if you just watch the video this long to this point, you might as well. You might as well connect. You might as well try and stay in touch. It helped to meet more people, to talk with more people. I just truly want to build community. That's what I'm interested in, building community, to let everyone else know that all the other people working in it, that they're not alone, and we're all in this together, and we're all moving to something more purposeful in life. It's just right now, it's just hard, but seeing growth is amazing, and I'm so thankful, and I know I'm blessed to be in the state I am right now, to be in the place where I am in life right now, and just continue to move forward, and that's all you can truly do. But yeah, that's the video, and you can just do all that. You can subscribe, like the video, but truly I am so grateful to all of you who watched the video this far, and